Hey y'all, what's up, what's good? Welcome back to 7 Days of Daily Growth with Nate. I hope y'all are doing good. I'm tired. This is gonna be quick, y'all. It's Friday, I'm ready to go to bed. I hope you guys have had a great Friday. I hope it's been beautiful. I hope it's been everything and more, y'all. Nate is ready to go to sleep. It's been a day. And the crazy part is I haven't done nothing really all day. I spent an hour this morning meditating, reading the Bible, and just kind of chilling. And then I slept all morning until I had to go to work. I was so tired. I was out of it tired. I don't know what was up. Thursday I had a lot of energy, so I guess I don't know. Today's health topic is meditation. I vouch for meditation. Vouch for it. So let me go ahead and get started. And y'all, I don't even have my board. I gotta get another one tomorrow, a whole other one. Cause today I was cleaning it off and some of my kids walked in. It was like, just use this, just use that, it'll work. It didn't work, and I feel like it kind of messed up my board. But luckily, I'm getting some Expo wipes. I just ordered them off Amazon, so hopefully those work. And so with my new board that I get, I'm on my third board. Just like some AirPods or something. The new board that I get, hopefully I can keep that one for a longer period than I've been keeping the other one. I do have quite a bit of information. I'm gonna try to get through it fast though. My recommendation for you guys, definitely, especially for meditation, is to, if you're interested and you want to learn more about it, I have two websites today, so I will have both of those websites in the description box. But as I was doing my own research and kind of getting a feel of what I wanted to put out there, I really think you should definitely browse around. From what I know about meditation is that there's so many different kinds. According to Mayo Clinic, meditation is a type of mind-body medicine, mind and body. And it's been practiced for thousands of years now. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. As you meditate, you develop intentional. Y'all remember that word? We just had that last week? You intend to do something. So here you're intentionally focusing. And then you are able to minimize random thoughts about the past and future. So for me, when I think about meditation and just from my own practice and doing it myself, it just calms your mind down. It truly just calms you down. It calms your mind and your body down all at the same time. Because if you're anything like me, I think a lot. I have a million thoughts running through my mind 24/7. I'm always thinking about all types of stuff. So, or even if I'm not thinking, I'm a fantasizer. I fantasize a lot. Not all crazy stuff, but you can fantasize about anything. A dreamer. I'm a dreamer. I imagine. I have a vivid imagination. I'm a visionary. I see things. So just all of that, plus being a thinker, just imagine what it's like in my head. It's always on go, so much. And then just being on my journey, and one of the things that I pray for and I ask God for is wisdom. So not only do I go off into this vivid visual world or this overthinking world, but I'm also getting wisdom. I just get a bunch of stuff that comes to my mind, opinions and the stuff that I believe in and my view and my perspective on things. So then stuff like that comes to me. So it's just a whirlwind up here, seriously. So like I was saying, my advice to you guys is to definitely do more research. Definitely always do something tailored to you. I will be honest and say that I had planned to do more research on meditation a while ago. It kept popping up because I want to get into doing different types of meditation. And so I think I'm still on beginner level. And I'll talk about that in a second. I'm still really embodying what it means to meditate, and I'm really just getting into what it means to meditate. The other day I was man, maybe I need to do guided meditation, because sometimes I feel like I'm not doing it right. But then, as I was reading today, I feel like I actually do got it down pat as far as what I do. And what I do is I used to try to go big, that's another thing. Like, when you start something new, do not try to overdo it. I was trying to do like 20 minutes a day, but I would find myself getting, you know, antsy doing 20 minutes. Like, this is long. This is too long. So for me, I started to do 10 minutes, and 10 minutes is perfect for me, actually. But even if you do 5, that's good. But 10 minutes, I do 10 minutes daily. I'm not going to act like, you know, I don't miss some days. I do meditate daily, but I can say maybe like last week or maybe like 2 weeks ago, I missed a day, you know, and so that's fine. My goal is day to day, but if I have a week where I happen to miss a day, and it was like, ever since I set my goal to do it daily, I've probably done it daily ever since then, except for about 2 weeks since then, since that time that I set that goal. And so, you know, I feel like I'm very consistent with it. And I kind of just, I don't have a set time for it. Like I told y'all, I try to really flow through my day. So ever since I've set the daily goal, I mostly do it in the mornings or afternoons, but I will still do it at night sometimes. It just depends on where I'm at in my day, basically. Like, if I mostly try to get it done earlier in the day because I have more time most of the time. So for me, I lay down. I have sat up before and done it. For me, I think sitting up is better for my concentration, because laying down, I be real comfortable, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be that comfortable. Like, I be like in my blankets and everything. And I know, like, they say, like, when you're sitting up, to have something over your shoulders when you're doing it. So, like, when I sit up, I kind of cross my legs, and I'm kind of like this, like, you know, like that. But when I lay down, I kind of do, like, I have my hands, like, right here, and my feet spread apart a little bit, or either I have my hands, like, resting to my side. And I say I'm still in beginner stage sometimes, because sometimes it's hard for me to relax. Like, it's really, really hard for me to relax my body. It really is. Like, seriously. It really is. In any situation, it'd be hard for me to relax. Like, I'll be so, like, tense and so, like, So, you know, I'm working on it. So that's a little background on what I do. As far as, like, me doing my own research, this has really inspired me to do more research, actually, because, like I said, I was supposed to, because I kept seeing it on social media. Like, you know, when you think about something and then you actually see it on social media. Like, I was actually seeing posts about meditation and, you know, history about it and stuff like that, little stuff like that, and the different kinds. And so I was like, man, I really need to learn more about it. And, you know, I never did. But this, you know, that's why I'm lucky to have this. For me, this is a reminder that because it's something that I do. And so it's a reminder that I need to definitely learn more about it, since I am actively doing it. The reason that I feel like, you know, sometimes, you know, I still feel like a beginner, and sometimes, you know, it's because I used to have the Mindspace app, and, you know, that walks you through it. And so that's what really allowed me to kind of know what I'm doing as far as, like, my breathing and how to relax and how to do, like, my mind and stuff like that. So it's like I know what I'm doing, but I still, for me, I like to do research on stuff. Like, I'm a researcher. Like, I like to know about what I'm doing to really see, you know, is this something that is for me? But I didn't have to research meditation to know that I needed to meditate. It's definitely something for me. But, you know, for me, I also do want to learn more about it, since I actually do like it. So that's where I'm at with it. I would just like to learn more about it, the different types. According to Mayo and their researchers, many forms of meditation exist, but most meditation forms recommend a quiet place, being in a comfortable position, your focused attention, and an open attitude. So it's going to tell you here, but a quiet place is, like, not necessary, but it's essential. Like, it's good. It would be good if you did have a quiet area to meditate in. Comfortable position, you know, you don't want to be, like, in a headstand. But I don't know, people might meditate on a headstand, but if you know good as well you can't do that, then that wouldn't be ideal. So make sure you're comfortable. The position that you meditate in is comfortable for you. Don't go watch a meditation video and you see them doing all types of stuff and you feel like you can do it and then you mess something up. No. Make sure you're comfortable. That's why I lay down sometimes, because I like sitting up. I like it that way too, but I feel like I get way more comfortable and relaxed while I'm laying down. So, but I can say that sitting up, I like sitting up. Sometimes I be wanting to be like, sometimes I be like, do it sitting up this time. But I always lay down. Like lately, when I set my goal daily, like I lay down. Focus attention. It gotta, like, when you say I'm gonna meditate, it gotta have your intention. So you're not meditating while you're on your phone. So don't feel like you can lay back, have one hand down and the other one on your phone. No, you have to focus on what you're doing. And also, like, music, don't play music with words either. Except I have this, unless you're doing like a mantra. So I listen to Janae Aiko's protection mantra sometimes. And she just kind of repeats some stuff. And, you know, she has a soothing voice. So I can, you know, but like a rap song or even like I really can't sit there and meditate to anything that she, you know, has either only that mantra, like only mantras. It can't be anything talking about anything else. So then lastly, an open attitude. You have to be, you know, open to doing it. You can't go in it with a negative mind or you're like, I don't really want to do this, but I'm gonna do it. You know, like, you know, be ready to do it. Like, okay, let me try this. I think it's gonna work. Let's get to it. You know, you have to have a positive attitude, open mind. Because also you might, when you first do it, you might feel like you have no idea what you're doing. This is not for you. Like, no, it's your first time. It's like, again, beginning to walk or crawl, beginning a healing journey. It's something new to you. It is something new. Don't back down from a challenge. Don't back down from something new. Learn something new. Everything about healing is new. Everything about doing something different and making a change is new. It's not the same as what you're used to. It's going to be something new. So don't be afraid of it because you're not used to it. Some benefits offered: concentration, relaxation, inner peace, stress reduction, fatigue, and emotional well-being. And you know what? I wanted to know why they put fatigue. Okay, so I guess, like, I knew that fatigue meant, you know, you get tired. And so I was like, why is that a benefit? But, you know, it's crazy because one thing that I do after I meditate, especially when I do it at night, I be really sleepy. Like, after I meditate, I literally, like, roll over and go to bed. Like, for real, sometimes. Like, even in the daytime, I'll get really sleepy. And it's crazy because I was just having a conversation with somebody last night who was like, they couldn't go to bed. And, you know, I feel like that is a benefit. You know, if you're dealing with insomnia and you can't sleep, meditate because you kind of get sleepy, especially if you're doing it right, if you're really focused. And so that's why it's a benefit, basically, because it makes you sleepy. And if you struggle with going to sleep at night, meditate. And I might should try that when I'm trying to go to bed at 10:30. Research says meditation may help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. Also, when combined with conventional medicine, it can help improve physical health. For example, asthma, cancer, sleep problems, high blood pressure, and there were others. And they also have videos on Mayo Clinic if you guys want to get up there and watch what they have to say about that. And so, yes, meditation, I definitely agree, helps with your anxiety, because I'm somebody that deals with anxiety, and being able to, like, breathe in, breathe out, it helps you calm down. It helps you relax, especially when you're on the verge of about to have a panic attack. You're about to go crazy out of your mind. Like, I know when I'm having a panic attack, y'all, I feel like I'm gonna die, and I hate that. Like, I'm for real. I don't like that, because my mind starts to tell me the craziest stuff, and, you know, it could only get worse. But luckily, like, I've never had one where it got really, really worse, because, like, I fight it really hard, because I'll feel myself getting to a point where, like, oh my God, I need to get away. Like, I've been in places sometimes where, you know, I have to get up and walk out. And, like, now I kind of sort of just calm myself down and bring myself back to earth. But I have been on those verges where, you know, Most of the time, like I said, if it gets really bad, it's just that I have to get up and do something. I have to get out. Like, I gotta go. I can't sit there. So then I was doing a little bit more research, and I don't know if my book that I'll be using sometimes, the Black Women's Guide, I don't know if it has anything about meditation in there. But if it does, I didn't have time to look. I was supposed to look, but I didn't have time. I'm telling you, I was so tired today. Like, I was supposed to do my video this morning too. I always do them in the morning. I do not know. I got up to use the bathroom, and y'all, I felt so drained. Like, it was crazy. I was tired. Like, I didn't feel better until I was on the way to work, and maybe because like I was getting some sunlight and I was getting up. I don't know, but it was crazy. So if it does, I'm gonna look tonight, and if it does, I am going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow, if it has anything on meditation. But other than that, I found one more website, and it's the Mindspace website, which is an app. It's an app that you can get on your phone, and I believe it's the beginner's guide to meditation for beginners. And I used to have it, and I've been thinking about getting it back lately, actually, because I meditate to rain sounds. I meditate to the rain sounds, and sometimes I meditate to the mantra, Janae Aiko's protection mantra. And ever since I've been doing it daily, I've also just found like meditation music on YouTube as well. Not often, but most of the time I use the rain sounds to meditate to. On the website, it will have, you know, the fact that, you know, they charge and stuff. Who doesn't charge for anything? But if you see it valuable to your life, you can try it for free. It is free. Like, I think some of the beginning stuff is free, but eventually I think you'll have to pay or something. If you find it valuable, dig in it. I'm gonna try the beginners again, and I'm gonna see if it's valuable enough for me to like buy the subscription. I don't know if I am, but we're gonna see. So I'm just gonna tell you a few things that they say up here, just in case your research stops right here with me. But I encourage you guys always to do your own research, as well as check out the websites that I give you. Whatever floats your boat, even if it stops right here. And that's why I want to give the information on here, just in case you're like, well, that's enough for me, you know. And it is for beginners. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have never meditated, and that's fine. That's fine. I didn't used to meditate either. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But it's something new. You're a beginner. So if you want to try it out, I am vouching for it. I vouch for it because I truly feel like that's the way I connect. That is the way you connect with your inner self, your intuition, how you're feeling. It is definitely a true connection with your body and your mind. Truly. I have to be honest about that. I love it. I think where I am now, it's like when my intuition be like on point when I meditate. Meditation is something anyone can do, anytime, anywhere, even someplace loud. It's easy to learn and involves some pretty basic techniques. Like anything new, the more we meditate, the more comfortable we'll get spending time with our mind. So the more you do it, the more benefits you get from it. It says, no matter why, we want to start meditating: to feel less stressed, to get better sleep, to be more focused, or to improve relationships. Every meditation is one step closer to building healthier habits for a healthier mind. I'm going to give you some takeaways. It only takes a few minutes. And if you keep doing it, you're going to feel the benefits. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. Even if you have trouble at first, you're going to struggle. You're going to be like, what am I doing? Especially, I think men probably are the people that are going to be like, but I'm telling you. And then it also tells you to try meditation with them, of course. I like what they're talking about, which is why I chose it. And also, I've had the app. I think they're pretty good too. I think as a beginner, they are a good help as far as guidance. For me, it was like I didn't just start meditating. Like, this helped me figure out exactly what to do, so that now I know what I need to focus on without having the headspace. But like I said, still sometimes I just like, you know. So I've been thinking about getting it back, because I feel like I'm in a stage in my life where I really could get a lot from meditating daily and consistently. And so I just personally, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm doing it right, because it could be very beneficial to me, especially when I told y'all, like, I like for my thoughts to come to me some days. So, you know, when I ask myself questions, because sometimes I ask questions before I meditate, and then, you know, that thought that comes eventually answering my question, that's how I do it sometimes. I ask myself questions while I'm meditating. As we already know, meditation is the practice of intentionally spending time with our mind. We take time out of our busy days to sit, breathe, and try to remain focused on our breath. Doing this helps us become more aware of our thoughts, act more compassionately towards each other and ourselves, and connect with the present moment. So like I told y'all, I think I said it before, like it's like you say, breathe in, breathe out. Like that's what I say, because that's how you focus on your breath. Breathe. And then when your mind goes off, you acknowledge your thought, but then you go right back to breathe in, breathe out. You keep that focus on your breathing. And why I say I need to do more research, because it's a lot with your breathing and how you breathe and your stomach, and it's so much different stuff that goes into meditation. And so that's why it's important to do your research, so you'll know. Like I take from yoga, even when they do it sometimes, I take real deep breaths, and then I also make sure that, you know, the one I let out is a little bit longer than the one I took in. I also got that from my chakras book, 7 chakras. Rather than trying to stop our thoughts, we practice letting thoughts come and go. So most people think that you sit and you forget everything, but really it's just that I love, you know, letting my, you know. So it's really, you're quieting your mind and your body, you're relaxing. And then of course you're gonna think. Of course something's gonna come to your mind. But the purpose is to start off breathing. And when something comes to your mind, you acknowledge it, like, okay. And then you let it go. And then you let it go by going back to your focus on your breathing in, breathing out. So I wanted to read y'all this part. How do we do this? Let's think of thoughts like traffic in the mind, always zipping by. Sometimes we see a flashy car and chase after it. Kind of like when we get caught up in analyzing or judging a thought, or when we get lost in a daydream. Other times, we see a roadblock ahead and try to resist it, like we do when we think or feel something uncomfortable. Meditation trains us to notice the traffic without chasing or fighting it, just to let the thought come, then gently shift our focus away from it and backward to our breath to let the thought go. The more we practice, the more we can see thoughts for what they are, just thoughts. It'll get easier to let them go and get out of our heads to be more engaged in what we're doing. Whether we're spending time with family, making time for self-care, or working against a deadline. So literally, it's just breathing in and breathing out. And sometimes that does make you aware. It makes you focused. We're teaching ourselves to be comfortable with our mind just the way it is. It is really that simple. Meditation isn't about achieving anything other than doing it. Slowing down during our busy day, checking in with ourselves, and noticing how the mind is. Because meditation is about being kind to our mind, definitely. So, they got some questions and answers. So what do I need to start meditating? You don't need anything. What you need the most, what matters the most, they say, is consistency. You only need a few minutes to meditate. A short meditation can be 5 minutes or less. If you feel like that's not enough, a 10-minute meditation is great for beginners. Once we have a consistent practice, we can slowly increase our mind. I do feel like it's important to try to make it more than 10 minutes, make it more than 20. I don't know if people did. I don't know if people do it like for hours or hours. I don't know if I can meditate for that long. Like 30 minutes. I don't know. So sit and dress however feels good. As long as our back is straight, our neck and shoulders are relaxed, and our chin is slightly tucked, we can sit wherever we feel comfortable for the length of our meditation. We can sit on our couch, a dining or office chair, propped up by pillows on the bed or on a cushion. Cross or uncross the arms and legs, whatever feels natural. Consider loosening any clothing that's too restrictive, taking off our shoes, or removing any accessory we tend to fidget with. Try guided meditation to learn from experts. I think as a beginner, that's important. It gives you that help for what you're doing. It allows you to know when to open your eyes, when to breathe. Like just hearing somebody be like, breathe in, breathe out, that's good, because then you'll get used to it. So then when you're doing it yourself, you won't easily get distracted, and you'll feel better about what you're doing. I just feel like, getting help first and then doing it yourself is easier versus starting on your own. So even if you gotta like YouTube something, do it that way. So there is no right or wrong way to meditate. If we have trouble meditating at first, that's okay. It happens to all of us. Even if we find ourselves wondering if we're meditating correctly, don't forget they're just thoughts. Okay, well, it's just thoughts, Nay. This is something that I do. Like, my mind wanders a lot. Like, I be forgetting to breathe, but then I always bring it back. So the question is, what happens while meditating? If we do nothing during meditation, then what happens? Here's what to expect. Your mind will wander. It says even the pros get distracted by thoughts during meditation and forget to follow their breath, because no matter how practiced we are, the mind is always going to think. That's why it's so important to acknowledge it and then let it go by going back to breathing. So what do I do? Keep returning from our distracted thoughts to our breath. What I just said. This trains the mind to let go of distractions more easily. Eventually, we'll notice that we can meditate longer without getting distracted. I needed to see this. We might feel nothing. This doesn't mean we're doing it wrong or that we should give up. Instead of letting doubt talk us out of it, take it day by day and keep checking in. We can also remind ourselves that we're not wasting time when we meditate. We're taking care of our mind. Truthfully, you are not wasting your time at all. We might feel emotional. So you might be patient, bored, angry, anxious, or sad. The mind is so used to being busy that it's normal for all of our emotions and stress to pop up once we finally slow it down. Do not try to push emotions away. They'll only spring back more intensely. Give them the space they need, then let them go. It can also be helpful to notice how emotions feel in the body. Is anxiety making us clench our fists? Is worry making us sweat? Is boredom causing us to zone out? Then we can use the breath to ease tension. You'll be fidgety. As soon as we attempt to sit still during meditation or any other time, it's almost as if we can't help but to scratch an itch, stretch our neck, or cross and uncross our legs. So, you can approach this common experience exactly how we approach distracting thoughts. The moment we realize we're fidgeting, notice it, let it go, and return to breathing. We'll probably try too hard. Meditating is different from learning other skills. For most things, the more effort we put in, the more we get out of it. But meditation is more like sleep. The harder we try to sleep, sometimes the harder it is to drift off. When we sit to meditate, if we try hard to empty the mind, it tends to feel full. So what can you do? Remember, there's no such thing as a perfect meditation. If we notice ourselves getting frustrated, that the traffic in our mind is moving too fast, or we're wondering, why is this so hard? We can give ourselves some compassion, let out a big sigh to draw our focus back to the breath. It always comes back to breathing. That's the most important. We might feel sleepy. If we doze off, don't worry. I have sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. I fell asleep sometimes. The mind's getting used to figuring out the difference between slowing down and shutting off. Try to help keep the mind alert. Try meditating upright over laying down. I don't know about that. I love laying down. But I feel like I do need to go back and forth and do both. But sometimes I have fallen asleep. I have. And then I'm like I drift out so bad, definitely know I fell asleep. The best way to set ourselves up to keep meditating is knowing our intention. Why do we want to meditate? Being clear about what we want to get out of our practice, whether it's to feel happier, calmer, more focused, or less stressed, will be a big help in creating the right attitude going into it. When we start to feel bored, restless, or doubtful during practice, we can easily remind ourselves of our intention. It can be the motivation we need to keep our commitment. It might also be easier for beginners to make meditation a habit if we can remember there's no pressure to get it right. There's no pressure. It's not going to be perfect. As long as we show up to take time for ourselves, we're doing great. And it says even if you miss sessions and you start to feel like you're not cut out for this, you're not good at it, remember that those are just thoughts. You can notice them and then you can let them go. And then get back to being kind to your mind. Again, that's some stuff from Mindspace. I will have the website in the description box for you guys, as well as for Mayo Clinic. I vouch for meditation. I think is something that helps you, especially if you are somebody that thinks a lot. You always have a lot going on, you know, or you have trouble sleeping, or, you know, you're anxious a lot. I definitely feel like meditating daily can be helpful. And just from reading that, it's made me realize that, you know, you can meditate literally anywhere. So like if I'm having a moment at work, I can just bust out meditating. Kids probably be like, you okay? I'm be like, no, I don't do all that. I'm just kidding. But definitely, like if I want to just go in the corner and just start breathing and focusing, or just sit there and do that at work, sometimes it's needed because work can be a lot. It's so loud in there. But yes, I am vouching for meditation. You know, that's another one of the things that I do and have been doing on my journey, on my healing journey. And so yes, I vouch for that. I think it is a great thing to do. Again, it's crazy because some of the things that I've said, like, you know, falling asleep, it is like maybe you should sit up. You know, it's crazy because I'm like, I need to start sitting up. Or just how I was saying how, like, OMG, I don't know if I'm doing it right. But, you know, that's my perfectionist part of me. It's just a thought, let it go. I definitely feel like I do it right sometimes, and then other times probably because sometimes I feel myself like wandering off, or like that time, like those times, I probably fell asleep like 2 or 3 times, maybe more than that. And sometimes I feel like, well, dang, did I do it right? But really, you know, it's just that, you know, I'm still practicing it. So, you know, I do it daily, rarely miss a day. I enjoy it. I think I'm very consistent as far as, you know, I'm concerned. And I think consistency is key. I feel like you guys should definitely do some more research. Of course, always just do something that's tailored to your journey, to you. I love meditation. I love to meditate. I think a lot. I deal with anxiety. So just getting that 10 minutes to really calm down and focus on breathing and just doing nothing else but being still is amazing to me. It helps me stay grounded. It helps me, again, answer a lot of questions. It also helps me become more aware and, you know, get a bunch of realizations. So I love it. I love to do it. It's helpful to my life and my journey. It's definitely healthy for me. I also love the fact that, again, that I did something for beginners, for people, you know, that have never done it. Because I feel like, you know, a lot of y'all that are gonna watch this have never meditated. And so, you know, basically you would be a beginner. And so I'm thankful that I did find this one. Headspace is the app. You can get it on your phone. Again, it's free for like, I think like the basic level, but after that you might have to pay for the subscription. If you feel like it's for you, I say go for it. I say go for it. I think I'm gonna get it back because it's been in my mind right here lately. It's been in my mind. So that's why, like, when something comes to me, it's for a reason. And I had been thinking about getting this back. And it was funny that this is the one, I didn't think they had anything like this on the internet. I'm not surprised that they do, but I didn't think I would come across, you know, the Headspace on Google. Like I said, I just thought it was an app. I didn't know they had information. But it makes sense because they are a meditation app, a meditation practice. So of course they should have, you know, their very own information on it as far as how it helps others. So yes, guys, I hope you guys have had a great Friday. Y'all stay safe, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful. That is all I have for you guys. Again, if it's tailored to you and your journey, I say go for it. It's something new. And when you're on a journey and when you're healing and when you're trying to change and you want better things are going to come. But better things are going to come in the form of something that you've never done before. And if you've never done it before, of course, it's not going to be easy, and it's not something that you're going to automatically get right. And I'm not saying that for everybody. Some people match this up very quickly. first try. It just depends on what it is and who you are. There's a lot of things I've mastered like that, and there's a lot of things that it took me a while to master. So it just depends. So I just want to say, don't look at it as this is too hard, this is not for me, I can't do it. If you think a lot, if you deal with anxiety, trauma, you know, just if it's unhealthy up here, being able to clear it all out and calm it down and be more nice to yourself, and being able to learn how to focus on your breathing. And I think another benefit of meditation is learning how to breathe regardless. You know, I feel like I used to think like, you know, I go through life. So when I first really knew what it felt like to breathe in and breathe out, I was like, dang, this feels good to the body. I feel like we rarely do that. You know, just breathe. Sometimes I go through my day like this, and I'll sit in the car and I'll be like, yo, slow down, man, breathe. And it just feels so good to. And I feel like, you know, because we go. And meditation allowed me to realize that I go. So, you know, and then also with yoga, when I do yoga, I match my breath with the way I move in yoga, and that's, you know, so it's allowed me to really think about my breathing, you know, in general. So it's going to be new, it's going to be different, but it's very beneficial, it's very helpful in my opinion, and I definitely encourage you guys to do more research and to try to meditate, especially if you're somebody that, you know, daydreams a lot, you go through a lot, it's not okay up here. Definitely try it out and don't run from it. Keep trying it. That is all I have for you guys. Be patient, be humble, stay kind, stay gentle, show compassion. You are love. Love is within you. Show love. You are a light. Shine your light. Be yourself. You cannot be anybody else, and you should not want to. You are unique. You are you for a reason. I love you guys from my heart to yours.